as Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha or Mami Zion. Well, today I just want to start by apologizing on behalf of the ministers that have stumbled the brethren. You know, I've been receiving messages of people complaining that there are some pastors that are initiating people into homosexuality, and they have sodomized and taken advantage of people's children. And this is something that I have no control about, but all I can do is to apologize and pray for you and ask you to be very careful not to trust men but to trust God. So you have to be careful and test the spirit before you trust somebody. In fact, it's very important for you not to trust anybody. Whether they are men of God or women of God, they are human beings and anything can happen. Even the Bible says, woe unto them that put their trust in men. Put your trust in God. Stop trusting men so much. People are calling me, they've been taken advantage of, they have taken their money. Another one told me in a certain church, she ended up selling her 2 SUVs and donating to the ministry, and now she's totally broke and the ministry doesn't have anything to do with her. You know, there's so much that is happening that I feel so bad, and on behalf of the pastors that have stumbled the brethren, I ask for forgiveness, please. It's not everybody that is doing the same. That's why we are out here to warn you and to let you know about the devices of the enemy. I have also been a victim of a false prophet before. Actually, not one, but many false prophets. Before I got knowledge of who God really is. You know, when you're starting this journey of salvation, you fall for everything, you know. But as you grow in the spirit, you begin to discern. As you grow in the word of God, you begin to discern. You begin to tell that, this is a wrong person, or this is somebody I can associate with, you know, as you grow. So please don't backslide. Don't hate God because of a human being. And then there is something that is happening, you know. Right now in America, the LGBTQ agenda has not been fully accepted. They are still struggling to accept it. And as it is still a problem or an issue in America, they are forcing it. They are trying to force it into Africa, African states. And clearly it's not going to happen, because even if they try to force it in Africa, it's against the African culture. So what they are trying to do is to find a way of brainwashing the children.
You know what's crazy is that America is over in Africa trying to force them to accept LGBTQ and remove their laws, criminalizing it. And we're still fighting to accept it here in America. So that's some audacity to go to another nation and say that you need to accept this, you need to accept these people, when we don't even accept them here in America. The hypocrisy is fucking disgusting. I mean, like, just look at Florida. Ron DeSantis is literally trying to make, well, he passed the Don't Say Gay bill, which we all know that, but he's literally trying to make, like, LGBTQIA illegal, on top of removing Black history. But we got our nose in other people's business.
One person boldly attacked me for training my child the ways of God, because I have a page on Facebook, Mama Zoe and Zion. On that page, I show some little bit of how I raise my children, you know, because I just want to keep some memories for them. You know, when they grow up, they can be able to see, you know, how their childhood life was like. But somebody reached out to me and told me that I should stop training the innocent angel. I should stop training that innocent angel Christianity. You know, because as a baby, I have no right to introduce any God to her. And I'm asking the person, I have no right, but what right do you have to tell me not to train my child in the ways of God, because the Bible tells us that train up a child in the way that he should go, so when he or she grows, they will not depart from those ways. So I should not train my child in the ways of God. I should send her to school so that they train her in the ways of the enemy, LGBTQ, because this is what is happening. When children are going to school, you think they are just studying professions, but they are training them also at certain kind of lifestyle. They are introducing homosexuality to them. They are grooming them to rebel against God. So if you do not train your children in the ways of God, forget the bullies, people who will try to instruct you on how you should raise your children. There's a video of mine that was taken down because I spoke about, if you understand, I spoke about that. They were forcing me to my children, and I refused. And the doctor raised an issue. It was becoming so intense that I was willing to leave the hospital without getting fully healed, because I always give birth through a CS. But after birth, they come with so many drugs and they want to our children by force. And I refused. My children are very healthy. They don't have complications. They are very okay. So in Uganda, there is a situation where a parent took the child to be, and the child ended up getting paralyzed, and they cannot help her. The arm is rotting and she's paralyzed. She cannot move, a 2-year-old. So we see so many injustices happening, and parents are not supposed to say anything, or parents are not supposed to protect their children. Parents, you have to take your position. Don't allow the enemy steal your place in your children's lives. Watch out for your children. Guard and defend your cultures and values. Introduce everything that you believe in to your children. It's you to mentor them. Children take what they see. Live that life, an exemplary life to them. So now there is a transgender who raped 2 women, and the case was in court in America. She had turned into a woman. She committed she committed those crimes when he was a man, and now he's being taken to court as a woman, and he wants to be judged as a woman, yet he was a man, or yet he was a man. So I mean, it's so confusing. Like, it's so confusing. It's so weird. No wonder they are queer. It's so weird, man. It's so weird. This is a man who raped 2 women, and he's now queerly a woman. Like, advise, just comment, please. Let's know what you think about all this madness.
Reported that a transgender woman has been found guilty of raping 2 women when she was a man. When she was a man. Listen to those words. We're in Big Brother Orwellian territory right now. This is Isla Bryson. Isla Bryson is the name of a woman. A woman, as you can see on the screen if you're watching right now, wearing blonde wig and fake boobs. Isla Bryson began life as Adam Graham. And as Adam Graham, just a few years ago, shaven-headed Adam Graham with a Mike Tyson-style face tattoo carried out violent sex attacks on 2 women in 2016 and 2019. Since being charged with those rapes in 2020, quite coincidentally, Adam Graham decided that actually he'd always wanted to transition to live as a trans woman. And he was treated in court as if he was a woman, despite the fact the crimes that he was charged with can only be committed by a man. Because last time I looked, women don't have penises. Let me have a look down there. No, still no penis. And yet the court required that everyone referred to him as her and she. He had a lawyer who claimed that he shouldn't even be convicted because he was now a she. Well, he who's now a she is actually now convicted as a rapist and will go to jail. But extraordinarily, despite, as you can see on that picture we're showing you right now in his leggings, completely fully intact, he will be going to a woman's prison. The exact thing that Nicola Sturgeon, the Scottish First Minister, told us wouldn't happen, wasn't happening, we were all scaremongering to say would happen, is happening. And it's happening in Scotland. That's where this case was. And it's happening across the United Kingdom because we are playing along with this madness. Trans people, people who wish to live their life in another gender, wear whatever they want, call themselves whatever they want, that is fine. Live your best life. This is not a diatribe against trans people. Quite the opposite. Trans people are horrified that predators and sexual deviants and violent offenders like this man are using trans laws and trans rights to get away with their crimes or to escape proper punishment. The reality is, when we play along with the she's and the hers and the was a man, now is a woman, we give into this craziness of allowing these sex offenders to pretend that they are not what they are. Men who are committing sexual offences against women. Everyone needs to wake up and stand up and say enough is enough.
And then another incident that happened. There is this transgender who entered the school and killed 6 people, and see what they said in America, that the LGBT, in fact, the lady came out and said that she feels sorry for, she has a big role in the America. I think she's either a senator or some. But I'll show you the video. This lady comes out and she says that she wants to send her condolences to the LGBTQ community because she feels that the LGBTQXYZ queer community is under attack.
A psychotic transgender person shot up a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. 6 people died. 3 of them were children. This is what the White House press secretary had to say.
People don't want their freedoms to be taken. They want us to fight for their freedoms. And so it is shameful. It is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now. But this is a president who has said many times before he has their backs. He will continue to have their backs, and he will continue to fight for them.
Yet it is the transgender from the weird community that went to this school and killed innocent people. She killed the teachers, she killed the children. Instead of sending condolences to the families that lost their precious people, she's sending condolences to the person who imposed the pain on these innocent lives. This is how this evil agenda is going to be if we don't stand up now and say no to it. I thank God for the East African leaders. They came together in Uganda and they started discussing on how to protect their cultures and values. And this time round, you know, I'm not into politics, but this time round, I just want to thank our president for defending our values, you know, and I pray that God grants him the grace to sign that bill that was passed by the parliament so that our children can be defended, they can be protected. We don't want cases of a man raping women and then turning into a woman. And then we don't want situations where I'm taking my child. By the way, recently at Garden City, I was expecting Zion shortly before I gave birth. I went to use the bathroom. I found lesbians in the bathroom. It's like these people have no morals. Like, okay, whatever you have decided to turn yourself into, can't you wait and get to your home in your comfort area, in your privacy, and do whatever you have to do there? Must you impose it on people who don't even want to know about what they are doing, you know? I found lesbians there and I could not use the bathroom. And this same thing happened in America. A transgender man was masturbating in public, in a public toilet. And there was a woman washing her hands.
Wow, here we are trying to figure out what a woman is. It's such a strange time to be alive. So on social media, if you haven't seen today, there is a video kind of going viral. There is this alleged woman that is masturbating in a women's bathroom. So let me clarify. Sorry. This woman has a penis and she is stroking it in a woman's bathroom. And there's a woman here. If you haven't seen it, guys, it's on Twitter. There's a woman here washing her hands. So if you can make sense of this for me, would you be okay with this? Would you be okay with a man dressed as a woman masturbating in the mirror at in a bathroom, in a women's bathroom, and call that man a woman? Because this is where we are right now. We as people are starting to recognize you are falling for a ploy within political correctness, and we are urging you to stand for truth. Because if you don't, my children, our children are subject to your failure. I have an 8-year-old. If this woman was my 8-year-old, if by chance my 8-year-old went into this restroom while I was patiently waiting outside for her, and there's a grown man stroking his penis around my daughter, what do you think I should do as a father whose duty is protecting my children? You're not doing it. Are you doing it, Sheriff? Because you are obligated to detain a man when he goes into a woman's bathroom, are you not? You know what to do. There's no question about it. You need to establish an ordinance to prevent this from happening in this city. Thank you.
So much is happening that makes me believe we are in those days. Really, saints, we have to pray, we have to train. In fact, never send your child to the bathroom by themselves. Go with them. Go with your children into the bathroom, because there are some pedophiles there. People have lost morals, man. Don't send your children to visit people unless you want to regret and start looking for lawyers to defend something that has already taken place. Remember, if your child's rectum is ruined, then the child's lifespan reduces. The child cannot hold stool anymore. It means the child is vulnerable to sicknesses like cancer. It also means that child can spend the rest of their lives on drugs. Or they can also get other sexually transmitted diseases from these pedophiles. So parents, watch out for your children. Even in schools, make sure you know what they are being taught. Befriend your children. Ask them, find out. Go to these schools, investigate. Don't even call them, just show up. You know, you need to know what is happening in your children's lives. But most importantly, if you can afford to homeschool your children, that's the best way to go. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. I remain Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha. Have you been blessed? Well, click on that notification bell so that every time we upload, you'll be the first one to know about it. Please share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know whatever you think about everything that we post. If you want to support our ministry, I just want to remind you that we don't go into the comment section asking people for money. You can find the information in our description box. And then also you can visit us on our website www.lifeisspiritual.org. If you want to support our foundation, we have a foundation where we do charity and take care of the orphans, the widows, and the elderly. If you want to support our foundation, you can visit us on our website www.worldshare.com for more information. And then also you can support through our PayPal account that is running on the screen, SendWave or World Remit, through the numbers that are running on the screen. And also don't forget to get yourself some copies of our books. We have written books entitled Erica Part 1, 7 Years in Hell, Erica Part 2, 18 Years with Lucifer, Erica Part 3, Witchcraft and Spiritual Warfare, Erica Part 4, Death, Hell and Heaven, and The Truth About Money. All our books are available on Amazon Kindle and our website www.lifeisspiritual.org. Both our websites have our books. You can access them. All our books are available on both our websites. For those of you that are in Kenya and would love to order books, you can contact us on those numbers on the screen. From Uganda, our books are available at Uganda Bookshop, Enjoy Bookshop, and Aristoc Bookshops. If you want to follow us on Facebook, we don't ask for money on platforms and avoid conmen, but our Facebook channels are Life is Spiritual and Erica Mukisa's Testimonies. Erica Belinda's ministry is no longer my page. It's a hacked page. May God bless you. Thank you so much, Mama Maisha.